Hi guys, welcome to Without Shin Guards. This is episode 3. As we speak, I'm watching Premier League right now. Manchester United against Spurs, Liverpool against Everton, Merseyside. Classic match. Manchester United is beating Spurs right now. Very interesting game. Mourinho coming back to Old Trafford. And I think that Manchester United is doing actually a very, very good job. Spurs are trying to attack and get the draw, but actually Manchester United, surprisingly, they look very good on defense right now. So we'll see. Anyways, we're gonna talk about today. Today we're gonna talk about the Euro 2020. We got the final draw for the group stages. I think 2 days ago. Very interesting group stages. The draw for me, even though we have a couple of very tough groups. It's pretty, it's pretty good. And so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read to you the groups. So we have on Group A one of the hosts, Italy, also with Switzerland, Turkey, and Wales. I'm gonna read it through very quick, and then I'm gonna go through thoroughly each group. Second group, Group B, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, Russia. Group C, Austria, Netherlands, Ukraine, and I think the fourth one will come from the last qualifiers. Not sure which one it is. Also, Group D, Croatia, Czech Republic, and England. Very tough group. Group E, Poland, Spain, Sweden, and then the fourth one, as well as in Group D. We're gonna see who qualifies next. Let me go ahead and look at a better qualify. Now I got it all figured out. Sorry about that. Took me like 5 minutes. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the draw for the Euro 2020. Because now I got all the other path A, B, C, and D for the remaining teams that need to qualify. So Group A, like I said, is Turkey, Italy, Wales, Switzerland. Then Group B is Denmark, Finland, Belgium, and Russia. Group C is Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and playoff winner of D or A, which means either Bulgaria, Hungary, Iceland, and Romania, or Georgia, Belarus, Macedonia, and Kosovo. Group D is England, Croatia, winner of Path C, which is Norway, Serbia, Scotland, or Israel, and Czech Republic. Group E is Spain, Sweden, Poland, and the winner of Path B, which is Bosnia, Northern Ireland, Slovakia, or Ireland. And Group F, the winner again, either A or D, which is Georgia, Belarus, Macedonia, Kosovo, or Bulgaria, Hungary, Iceland, Romania. Also the group of death, what they call it, Portugal, France, and Germany. So so that's the group. That's the draw for the group stage. I think, to be honest, the fact that this new Euro kind of like idea of playing in different countries make it easy for having good draws. I think that because each team has like probably like a host. I think that's how they did it, or I could be wrong. Anyway, so because of that, we got a good draw. I mean, we got good groups. I don't think that besides obviously Group F, where there's Portugal, France, and Germany, there's pretty interesting groups. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Group A, where there's Turkey, Italy, Wales, and Switzerland. Well, I think in the first video I talked about a little bit of Italy and how I think they're very much more offensive team now, very young team, very very pragmatic, but at the same time efficient. I want to say. I mean, they won all of their games for the qualifying. Also, Turkey, very very tough team always, very physical, very technical. So it's going to be tough for Italy to beat them. Wales, well, we got the Wales is a very also tough team. I think Wales, with the likes of Bale, Ramsey, they got a good, decent defense. I think it's also going to be tough. And Switzerland is always tough. They have the likes of Shaka, Shaqiri. They have a good left back. I forgot his name, Rodriguez. They have a good goalkeeper. So overall, it's a good team. I think that actually that group is going to be tough. I'm not sure if who's going to qualify. It's too early to say. I think Italy, obviously, is one of my favorite teams to win the whole thing. I think Italy is obviously prepared for, make it to the finals. So I think definitely Italy, and I'm not sure about the second one who will qualify. So for Group B, even though we got Belgium in it, I think it's a pretty good group because you got teams that are very similar to each other. You got Russia, Finland, and Denmark that they can fight for that second place. I think Belgium is gonna most definitely go through. I think easily. I think Denmark has a good team also. Russia is always very tough. I mean, we saw it last year for the World Cup. I mean, they did a very, very good job. Also, I think that's going to be tough. I think Belgium is going to go through. I'm not sure who else will. It's going to be tough. So far, two very tough groups to decide. If you ask me, who's going to go through. Then Group C, we got Netherlands. Like I said on my first video, I think Netherlands is such a different team from the team that didn't qualify for the World Cup, where they have probably one of the best defense in the world. I mean, you got Virgil van Dijk, we got De Ligt, you got a bunch of fast players in the front. I think it's gonna be a very, very tough team to beat. I think they're definitely gonna go through. And in that group, we have Ukraine. Ukraine always very physical, very tough team, very pragmatic, very very organized team. Austria too. Austria has a couple of good players, and then whoever ends up qualifying after, I think, I think Iceland maybe could be a team that could make some damage there from what we saw the last couple of years. And then Path D, honestly, is a joke, to be honest. Georgia, Belarus, Macedonia, and Kosovo, whoever qualifies, I don't think it's going to do any damage in that group. So I think that Netherlands is going to go through. And then, again, like in Group A and B, it's tough for me to say who's going to go through on the as the second qualifying. So Group D, this is going to be a tougher one, I think. We have England. England, a very, very young, very good team. I think it's one of my favorites to take the trophy. I think they have a great coach. A lot of people are very skeptical about Southgate as coaching. I think he's a very good coach. I think he impregnate a very nice, fast-paced, very physical football. I think it's what England needs with these fast players, and their players are getting better and better. I mean, it's first of all, it's very tough to get to semifinal in a World Cup, and they did with a very young team. Now, take that same team and kind of it's better now. There are more improved players. There are more mature players. We got the likes of Kane, who is just such a goal scorer. And then we have Sterling, who's having a great season. Even Dele Alli, who wasn't playing that good, who's injured. I think he's doing an amazing job right now under Mourinho. So England is definitely one of my favorites too to win the whole thing. Then we have Croatia. I mean, last year's finalist. They have great players. Modric, Rakitic. You got Mandzukic in the front. It's a very tough team. I think for this one. And then we have Czech Republic. I don't know in what situation they are right now. I always said Republic. I remember back in the early 2000s, they were a tough team to beat. But nowadays it's different. They do have good players, but I'm not sure if they will be able to beat Croatia and England. So I think for me, if you ask me right now, I think England and Croatia will go through because of the playoff winners. Path C will be Norway, Serbia, Scotland, and Israel. I think only Scotland in those four could be a tough team, especially with the proximity with England. They know a lot of English players and um, in the English Premier League. So maybe. So we'll see about that. Then Group E is Spain, Sweden, Poland, and the winner of B, which is Bosnia, North Ireland, Slovakia, and Ireland. Okay, so this is also another tough group in my opinion. I think Spain, even though it's the favorite to win that group, I think Sweden is always very tough. I mean, we saw it last year for the World Cup. They beat Germany. Um, I think they beat Mexico too. Well, I'm not sure if they beat Germany, but they did a very, very good job qualifying to the next round in the Germany group. And then we have Poland. You know, Poland has probably one of the best goal strikers right now, Lewandowski. So it's always very tough to beat. There's something about Poland that they can go through, to the next level. I mean, they have great players, but I don't know. Sometimes defensively they don't look sharp. So I think we'll see. I mean, for now, obviously Spain with a very good team. They have a new coach. Well, they brought Luis Enrique back. I think they're going to do a very good job. They have, Spain is always there to win it. So I don't know exactly how it's going to turn, how they're going to turn out. They're going to turn up or not. So we'll see. Then Group F, and I think I'm gonna stay a little bit longer here because it's the most crazy group. I mean, you got Portugal, France, and Germany in the same group. That's always going to be very entertaining. In the playoff, winner of A and D, I think whoever qualifies, it's not going to have any chance to go through unless we have a huge letdown like last year's World Cup. I don't see how whoever comes into that group is gonna make it through. So definitely Portugal, France, and Germany. This is gonna be very tough for me to say. I'm not sure how Germany is gonna show up. I don't know which team they're gonna use. They have this whole controversy with the Bayern Munich players. They don't want to let them use them if they don't use. I think Rummenigge went out and said, if you don't call Neuer, we're not gonna, let our players from Bayern Munich to go. So I don't know the situation in Germany right now, but if they come with a Class A team, I think they could totally win it. France, world champions, very, very young team, but more mature than last year and the years before. I think is definitely in the number one contender to win this. Now, because of how hard the group is, now it's kind of tough to say, maybe if they would have gotten a different group, I would be like, okay, they have an easy path to go through, the next stage, but now it's going to be tough. We'll see. It's a very, very good test for them. And Portugal, you got very good Portugal. I think, in my opinion, this is a better Portugal team than the one they won the last Euro. So I think Portugal with Ronaldo, I mean, even though Ronaldo didn't win the Ballon d'Or or he's not number one player in the world right now, it doesn't matter. He's a machine of making goals. When he puts that Portugal jersey on, he always scores. He's always there. I think he's going to be, obviously one of the players to watch. Also, we got the likes of Bernardo Silva. We got, good defensive team. I think that Portugal is, to me, it's a tough team to beat. Like I always say, Portugal is one of those teams like, I don't know, other teams in the world, maybe Uruguay, that they're cup teams, They know how to play these cups. They know how to play like a 1 month cup, where they get results, Maybe we see like the likes of, Germany or Spain or maybe like other, Netherlands or even Italy right now. They're good teams, but Portugal is different. Maybe they're not better than them, but they know how to play these cups. So it's going to be tough for me to say. I'm just going to leave it blank, and probably when the time comes, I'm going to talk about it more. So yeah, so that's for today. I wanted to discuss the Euro draw. Also, briefly, I wanted to talk about the Ballon d'Or that Messi just won 6 times. Crazy, this guy keeps winning. I think he's definitely, the best in the world. And if we're actually, I know that they the Ballon d'Or, the trophy goes to the best player in the year. I think that to me, even though he's very tied with Van Dijk as the best player in this period of time, I think he's still the best player in the world. I think stratospherically best than anyone else. I think when he decides to play, he's much better than anyone, even Ronaldo, even anyone. I think that also the fact that he plays in a team that is not, doing as well as they were doing before. It's struggling, and then the fact that he puts on the T-shirt and I mean the jersey and just like go out and scores some very important goals. I think that that's why it makes him the best. I think that. Yeah, we had kind of our one time and a couple of defenders winning it, but I always tell people, and we always have this discussion, who should be, who's more important, defensive player or offensive player. I mean, yeah, you win games by scoring, So obviously, every time that Messi scored, the team wins. And I know that Virgil van Dijk is an amazing defender, miles away from anyone in the world right now. I think he's, like I always say, like, he reminds me of old defenders back in the day, back in the 60s, 70s. They were probably not the fastest and strongest defender, but they knew that their space awareness is incredible. They're always in time. You see, I mean, I've seen some games. I haven't had the chance to see it live, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't even need to he's not a fast player, but he doesn't need to sprint because he's always in a good position. He's very pragmatic when it comes to defending. He knows how to play with the right, left foot. He's good with header. He has everything. I think that he's definitely miles away the best defender in the world, but not the best player in the world. So I think, good for Messi. I think, unfortunately, and like for the other, for Van Dijk or even Ronaldo's fan, I'm gonna say, until Messi decides to stop playing, I think he's gonna still win it. I mean, you see it, like, even for next year, he started off this year so good. So we'll see. So that's it, guys. I always say, let me know if you want anything new, a new topic. Obviously subscribe if you like the channel. That'll give me a lot of support to keep going. So yeah, I'll see you on the next time, and talk to you later, guys. Have a good one.